Before you go any further, understand something clearly. This video isn't for entertainment, it's a psychological risk. What you're about to hear can change how your mind processes power, silence, and control. And once you understand it, you can't go back to the way you think now. If you're between 16 and 18, stop scrolling. You've stepped into something very few people ever find. A full breakdown of the system that built Kiyotaka Ayanokoji. Most creators chase virality. I usually make short 5 to 7 minute clips because that's what works, but today I couldn't stop myself. This one had to be longer, because this time I'm not chasing numbers, I'm chasing transformation. I already know most of you will leave halfway. Your attention will fracture, and I'm fine with that. I'm ready to sacrifice my own watch time for the few who can finish this. But mark my words, if you make it to the end, you will not recognize yourself after it. So here's the deal. You either commit right now or you leave. No middle ground. Because if you stay, you're agreeing to rebuild your perception of people, power, and emotion from zero. And if you quit halfway, I won't forgive myself, because I'm giving you every ounce of research I've ever done. Every hidden principle behind the mind of Ayanokoji. All of it. Right here in one single video. People call him fictional. They say, he's just an anime character, because it's easier to believe that kind of control isn't real. But fiction only hides truth in plain sight. Ayanokoji is not imagination. He's precision wearing the mask of fiction, proof of what a human becomes when emotion is no longer the driver but the instrument. So if you stay, stay completely. Because what follows isn't motivation, it's architecture. The architecture of silence, observation, and dominance. Ayanokoji isn't fantasy. He's the distilled product of psychological law. He moves like a stoic philosopher trapped in a social experiment. He studies people the way a predator studies movement. Not with hate, not with fear, just calculation. Detachment is his foundation. People confuse detachment with coldness. It's not. Detachment is precision. It means you don't waste emotional energy where it doesn't yield control. Every emotion is currency. Most people spend it the second they feel it. He doesn't spend, he invests. He watches, he waits. And when everyone else has exposed their patterns, he acts once and wins quietly. To reach that level, you don't imitate his tone or posture. You dismantle how you interpret reality itself. You stop responding emotionally and start extracting information. Every conversation becomes data. Every silence becomes a scan. You ask yourself, what do they want? What are they hiding? What changes if I stay silent? The moment you start asking these questions, the world slows down. You begin to see people as systems instead of chaos. And that's the first layer of control. Ayanokoji's silence isn't emptiness, it's compression. While others speak to be heard, he listens to locate power. Silence destabilizes people. When you don't respond, their brain starts guessing. They project, they reveal, they leak. You start reading micro-expressions, tone shifts, breathing patterns, the real data most people never notice. That's not anime. That's behavioral decoding. The same pattern recognition used by interrogators, poker champions, and intelligence analysts. He just hides it behind calm eyes. And once you master silence, you realize control isn't about speaking perfectly, it's about speaking last. Can't become like Ayanokoji until you erase your addiction to emotion. Every decision you make, every word you speak, leaks emotion. And emotion is the single biggest giveaway of control. The first transformation begins when you rewire your reaction system. The emotional shutdown technique isn't about becoming a robot. It's about creating an internal firewall between stimulus and response. Every time someone provokes you, you delay your reaction by 2 seconds. In those 2 seconds, your mind becomes a lab. You observe your instinct, your pulse, your desire to answer, and you freeze it. That freeze is where control is born. Most people think strength is about saying the right thing. It's not. Strength is when you can feel everything and still do nothing. Ayanokoji doesn't suppress emotion. He delays it until it becomes irrelevant. The moment you learn to delay emotion, you start mastering human dynamics. You watch people get angry, defensive, excited, but you no longer join them. You let them waste energy while you gather data. You learn to smile only when it serves purpose, to speak only when silence has done its job. And that's when you start seeing patterns. The pattern recognition practice is the real backbone of intelligence. When Ayanokoji looks at someone, he isn't just seeing their face. He's recording rhythm, how long they hold eye contact, how fast they breathe when lying, how they shift when challenged. You can train this. Go outside. Observe strangers. Don't listen to what they say. Watch how they say it. Their words are a script. Their body is the truth. When you practice this long enough, you'll realize you no longer listen to people, you read them. Every smile, every hesitation becomes code, and you start predicting reactions before they even happen. This is the moment people start calling you emotionless, but they're wrong. You just became impossible to manipulate. The next layer is something I call the 2% rule. This is where Ayanokoji becomes invisible. You never give more than 2% of your real thoughts to anyone. You show just enough to look normal, never enough to be understood. The moment people think they've figured you out, you've already lost. Ayanokoji wins because he never allows anyone to see his entire structure. He keeps 98% locked away, uses 2% as camouflage, and people mistake the mask for the man. Apply this everywhere, in conversations, in planning, in relationships. Reveal fragments, never the full code. Because mystery creates gravity. The human mind is drawn to what it can't fully read. The less they know about your true motives, the more they chase your presence. Silence, patience, invisibility. These aren't tactics, they're shields. Once you live behind them, you stop being part of the noise. You become the observer behind the curtain, the one who doesn't fight for attention because attention flows toward him naturally. Remember this. In every room, there are two types of power. The one who speaks loudest, and the one who knows what everyone else will say before they say it. Ayanokoji is the second. The next phase is the invisible power strategy, the art of control without visibility. Power is never loud. True power hides in restraint. Ayanokoji never argues, never explains, never tries to prove his intelligence, because every explanation reduces authority. When people try to understand you, they create an illusion of equality. When they can't read you, they place you above them. You maintain power by staying undefined. The more details you expose, the easier you are to predict. The less they know, the more they imagine, and imagination is stronger than truth. You control their perception by giving them fragments and letting their mind do the rest. This is how Ayanokoji wins without moving. He lets others show their cards first, watches the emotional chaos unfold, and then moves a single piece that changes the entire board. You can practice this by speaking less, moving slower, and removing emotional tells. Stop rushing to answer. Let silence do the damage. When you become comfortable in pauses, people start feeling like they owe you clarity. That's invisible influence, the kind that doesn't demand respect, it creates it. But the real core of Ayanokoji's dominance lies deeper in the dark psychology of detachment. Detachment isn't numbness, it's strategic distance. It's the ability to see yourself as both the player and the observer. You stop being addicted to outcomes. You stop chasing validation, revenge, or recognition. You do what must be done, without internal noise. The detached mind is terrifying because it can't be provoked. No insult reaches it. No praise manipulates it. Detachment is not running from emotion, it's mastering it until you can turn it off and on like a switch. When someone offends you, the detached mind dissects the intent, not the insult. When someone praises you, you measure the motive, not the words. You no longer play emotional chess, you design the board itself. And once you reach that level, you'll notice something strange. You stop wanting to impress anyone. You stop wanting to be noticed. You realize invisibility is the ultimate form of power because no one attacks what they can't see. This is the paradox of dominance. The less you show, the more control you hold. The more you seek control, the more you lose it. Ayanokoji understands this perfectly. He doesn't fight battles. He removes the reason for battle to exist. That's why he always wins without the world realizing he was even playing. When you internalize detachment, your energy becomes stable, your presence unpredictable. People will start feeling uneasy around you, not because you're intimidating, but because you're unreadable. They will sense control they can't locate. That's when you've crossed the line between ordinary intelligence and psychological superiority. But why become like Ayanokoji at all? Because the world you live in rewards noise, drama, and visibility. The louder you are, the more control you lose. Every system, every corporation, every social game is run by those who understand silence and timing. Emotionally stable people win long-term because chaos burns itself out. To become like Ayanokoji is not to copy a character. It's to evolve into something rare in this century, a human who doesn't need to prove power to have it. People chase success. He chases understanding. They chase validation. He chases pattern. They chase reactions. He chases information. That's why he's always 10 moves ahead. And this is your final lesson. Power is not about what you show. It's about what you can withhold. In a world where everyone screams for attention, your silence will echo louder than any speech. Don't just admire Ayanokoji. Become the version of yourself that no one can fully read. The one who knows what to reveal, what to feel, and what to ignore. When others are busy trying to be seen, you'll already be 3 steps ahead watching them play the game you designed. Remember this: mastery begins the moment you stop reacting and start calculating. The moment you stop existing in emotion and start existing in structure. From this point forward, you are no longer a participant. You are the observer behind the curtain, and the world will never know how you did it, only that you never lose. When this video ends, you'll want to return to noise to scroll, to talk, to distract yourself. But if you do, you'll lose everything you just learned. Silence will start to feel heavier now. Observation will feel addictive. That's how it begins. The transformation doesn't happen when you finish the video. It begins the moment you stop reacting to life and start recording it. From this point on, every emotion is a signal, every conversation a study, every person a case file. Speak less, watch longer, feel everything, but show nothing. The world isn't asking you to become Kiyotaka Ayanokoji. It's daring you to prove he could exist. And if you've listened till the end, you already know the truth: he does.